People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News. Now, people, first thing that is popping in the news is an update about an incident that occurred in South Jamaica, Queens, New York to be specific, wherein 3 persons from one family lost their life. Now, people, based on the information, it is said that a lady, Versana Malcolm, 22-year-old, she was found about 3 days after she lost her life. On the 2nd floor, her mouth was duct tape, her hands were tied with electrical tape. She had all sorts of kitchen utensil wounds in her neck, in her chest. Pretty much, them do her bad like Chucky and Leatherface passed through. When they went down in the basement, they found an ex-lady, 55-year-old, pretty much same thing, joke up in the face, in the neck, in the chest. Her son, 35-year-old, pretty much somebody clawed him in the head, joke him up too. All 3 of them gone. Based on the Pawpaw report, it is said that the next son, he came home and he found the bodies and he notified the Pawpaw. Pawpaw came by their medical examiner, determined that they were gone maybe about 3 days ago. They questioned the son and them say, well, him not have nothing to do with it. Because at first they thought it was some sort of murder. However, when they realized that these 3 persons lost their life at the hands of the same person or people, then them realized that the son have nothing to do with it. There was also a next person that was a person of interest. He was questioned and he was also let go. So therefore, no sorts of motive, no sorts of suspect at the time. Based on what the Pawpaw are saying, they have come to the conclusion that Versana, the 22-year-old who actually comes from Jamaica, went to visit the 55-year-old auntie and their cousin and next cousin. She was the intended target. The mother, her aunt, and the cousin, wrong place at the wrong time. Now, yesterday when I spoke about this, I said, it seems as it pertains to Jamaica, trouble either dead or people bring them baggage, bring them crosses with them and go a people place. However, people, it seems as if this girl, she was in some sort of relationship with some sort of man. Obviously, that relationship was not going too well, and it is said that her ex is a person of interest. Her ex might have been the person that took her out. How would they come to that conclusion? I told you that they interviewed one of the brother that found the bodies 3 days later. So more than likely, he might have had discussion with Versana, and she told him, you know, so my ex keeper call me. Him keep send me all these sorts of threats. And I don't know how he must start me so. So obviously, when he turned that information to the Pawpaw then start looking in the direction of the ex. So therefore, the ex is a person of interest. Now, people, when I did this story, I said, don't know if the family that the lady left Jamaica and go up with, they are involved in anything. One of the son them in any sort of illicit activity. However, based on interviews that were done by the news media, when them talk to the neighbor, them say, no man, them people are 100%. Them people are good. Them people are, we like them, we love them. We are confused how it is that these people, law-abiding, tax-paying, don't give any sorts of trouble, no sorts of gang affiliation. How is it that these people get entangled? How is it that they lose their life? Persons were perplexed. And people, this is what it is. The cousin, Vershana, she go up there and she brought her baggage. Now people don't know the circumstances which led to the boyfriend having this hatred for her, if she do anything, or what was the motive. However, whatever it was, whatever evil she might have did, and I am not saying that she did anything, there is no sort of justification for this person to do her like that. And even if him come for her, him take out, or him and somebody else take out everybody. Now people, I am going to assume that this was not done by one person. So you want to tell me that one man have a problem with him ex and he was able to carry some other friend, some other cumbolo? What type of brainwashing, what type of spell some of these people have to carry people to go to FUCKRY to actually sit down in some sort of criminal boardroom and plot and scheme. Say, yeah, we are going to go to the house and anybody there, we are going to make sure, say, we take out everybody. And people, this is for obvious reasons. People don't want any sorts of witness. These criminals nowadays, they are cold and callous, and even worse, they are cowards. So therefore, if them feel like one little pitney, 9-year-old, 5-year-old have the ability to go up on the stand and communicate to the judge and say, yeah, me know him, me used to see him this date, that date, them I go take them out too. Any and everybody is an equal opportunity get rid of person because they don't want any sorts of comeback, any sorts of backlash. So therefore, them know say, listen, if we go for this lady, the 22-year-old cousin, and take her away, the two other people, we know the culture in America, they were going to talk, especially because it's a family member. So people, me just say, you have to be very careful. Sometimes they are foreign, and you have family member, they are Jamaica. You want to know what is going on with their life. You want to know if them entangled in any sort of scamming, any sort of smuggling. Anybody after you, you owe anybody want to take you out. That is pretty much what you have to do. You have to do background on people, whether them are friend or whether them are family. And people, my recommendation, and this is what I use, me no want nobody around me, none at all. Well, me not gonna say that. Family that I know that are not involved would never get involved in anything. Yes, they are welcome. However, anybody, if you have any sort of question sign, I not see them for any sort of prolonged amount of time and anything could have changed in them life, I pretty much, you see them, when you see them, you call them on the phone, you call them on WhatsApp, and you leave the communication like that. Not everybody should be welcome in your house, whether a friend or family. Because people, look at this. These persons were being nice. These persons accommodated this lady. And people, I am not going to say that family needs to turn themselves or turn them back away from them family. But me just as said, at the end of the day, you have your nice, decent, comfortable life. Do not jeopardize it for anybody else, including friend and family. Because people, look here now. 2 innocent people at least, well 3 people, I don't know what the girl do, and I am not going to say it is justification. However, 2 persons that were not intended target, that were just there, wrong place, wrong time, even though after them house. Them lose them life unknowingly of what is going on in this other girl's life, more than likely. Point blank and period. Now people, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is obvious that Jamaican people have a mental illness problem. Them have an anger management problem. And this is going to be a perfect example. Yesterday at about 4:40 to be specific, 2 men were in some sort of verbal altercation, confrontation. One man's name, Heath, He is from Silent Hill, that is in Manchester. However, this incident occurred in Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth. Them have an argument, dispute, loud cuss. People call the Paw intervene, Paw squash it, Paw jump in them car, drive off, figure that they did their good deed for the day. As soon as them left, the saga continues. Mr. Heath rush for a farm utensil, rush the next man, limb him 2 times, chop him 2 times, the next man, wheel and pop off, ratchet, juke him in him neck. 2 of them get rushed to the Black River Hospital. Mr. Heath, get pronounced. The next man under Paw watch. Now people, remember, them a argue before, the people in the market street to be specific. Them tell them calm down, the Paw calm the situation. However, what the Paw should have done, should have taken away one of them, at least. Carry one of them go to the station, go calm him down, cool him head for a second. So therefore, they made an error right there. 2 toes, them flare up back again. Mr. Heath, Delroy rushed the man. He was the aggressor. Pretty much, he had the advantage. However, the man win the war. The man still alive. He is gone. He was pronounced D-E-A-D. So people, based on what we see going on in Jamaica, isn't it quite obvious that, listen, nobody has any sorts of communication skills, and I am speaking in general. Everything, them run for the tool, them run for the machete, them run for the kitchen utensil. No care how simple, no care how petty. And people, most of the time, it is because them want to show and prove. A man would rather to DIE or to take away somebody else's life than to get disrespected, than to be the laughing stock. However, people, at the end of the day, who is laughing? Just the devil. Because one man gone, one man get locked up. And people, the sad thing is that, based on the Paw reports, the man that lost his life, the fact that he was the aggressor, the fact that him rushed the man again, and then the man take him out, more than likely, this is going to be self-defense. More than likely, this man, after he is questioned, after he goes to court 1 or 2 times, he might go walk scot-free. However, more than likely, this man is going to be in some other altercation with some other body and end up just like the next body that lie down upon the ground. Me I talk about Mr. Heath. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.